You're listening to the West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. Like hanging at the pub with your West Ham mates. On this episode, we celebrate peeling the spuds. The lads debate who to sign at the end of the season in social shenanigans, and then they sing some newly created chants in Pie and Mashup. Now let's join the crew of the podcast. Two West Ham lads suffering with sleep deprivation and over-inebriation.
Welcome to episode 55 of... Is it called an episode? Yeah. Is it called a podcast? Yeah. West Ham is Why We Drink. It's been quite a day today. It's Adam here, and my boy Wayne is here as well, and an A-list special guest celebrity.
Here's the deal, Adam. You know,
is it an excuse coming, Wayne?
No excuse. Can you tell me what time you got out of bed, Adam?
Oh, I've got out of bed at 5 a.m.
No, I mean this last time, because you slept through the f***ing guest coming, you plonker.
Well,
I told you
that
we
was on the sofa. That was on the sofa.
And I texted you at around about 20 of 3, and then I texted you again, and then I called you, and nothing happened. Then finally,
you called me, and that woke me up.
And then you called me back, but by that time it was too late. I already said to our special guest, I already apologized to our special guest who has been waiting online for 15, 20 minutes. He came on 5 minutes before 3 o'clock because he was anxious to get the thing started.
Oh, of course.
But lucky for you, I've got a good working relationship with this particular A-list guest.
Of course
who isn't my Uncle Harry, isn't my daughter Lily, isn't Rebecca.
How very convenient.
Isn't anyone that plays for FC Dallas. And they will come back.
Oh, how very convenient.
But thank you for making me look like a plonker.
No, I've just got one more message from you yesterday where you said, well, my West Ham person fell through for tomorrow. So... I mean, so did it fall through or not?
No, it didn't fall through, mate, because and I've got the same set of text messages here. Let me see what you wrote here as well. You said, oh, don't tell me anything. I want to look like I'm surprised. We had this discussion when I finally woke you up, you dingbat, because I told you I was doing that to try and make you think that I didn't have anybody.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, we just beat Tottenham!
Yes!
Who gives a shit about a special guest?
We're talking, stood up. It's lovely, isn't it? It's just bloody brilliant. I mean, it's an early morning to get up for, but what a bloody result.
I know.
Result.
I won't lie. I am super hella tired, and it's been a long day. So,
and it's been a long week. It's been a long week here in Texas with all the bloody snow and everything all over the place.
Oh, my God, it's been so much effort.
And power out and internet out and no water. And did you see one of our mates, Justin's, had to fill his bathtub up with snow so it could melt and he could flush his toilet with it?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, bloody brutal. Absolutely brutal. Texas is a great state, but they screwed up on this one, mate.
I mean, I'm all right. I had power the whole time.
Yeah. I had a lot of power, but my problem was with the internet. It kept cutting in and out, which made it hard to work. So,
yeah.
But that's
how convenient, Wayne. Oh, no, we had 100% power, but unfortunately that pesky internet that I needed for work, well, that kept on playing up.
And you know what? It went out like when we had the Sheffield United match, and then it went out when who was playing on Thursday? I can't remember.
Leeds?
It's like it wasn't the power that went out because I could still watch the telly. I just couldn't connect to my work internet. So anyway, enough of that crap. Should we get on with what was that, mate?
Yes.
What was that?
And presented by ComeOnYourIrons.com, the app for all your West Ham and football needs. I guess we should just do a quick one of Sheffield United. You got the score right, didn't you?
Of course I did. My name's Adam Frankel, and I get scores right.
Well, when you say 3-0 and 4-0 enough, it's eventually going to happen, mate.
All right. I said 3-0 on this. What did I say for West Ham Tottenham? 2-1.
So did I.
Actually, didn't I? I got another one right the other day as well, didn't I?
I don't think you did, mate.
Yes, I did. I got the...
No, I got one right.
No, what did I get right?
You never
I
get
can't
anything right.
remember.
I'll tell you one thing you didn't get right. You forgot to wake up and be here for my bloody guest. So come on, what do you think of the match, mate? I mean, that second half, the last 10, 15 minutes, I was worried.
Oh, yeah, I was bricking it. As soon as... I was never confident, even at 2-0 up. I wasn't confident.
Yeah.
But... Hey,
and those couple of balls that went off the goalpost from Bale that did it? One from Kane and one from Bale?
Oh, yeah, the Gareth Bale strike. Ooh, I remember him scoring a stupid goal against us at Upton Park back in his first time.
Yeah.
That beat us or equalised or some bollocks. Oh, my God. It was a great game. It was a battling game. There were a lot of yellow cards.
Did that ref seem like he was a little bit yellow card happy to you?
Yes.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, did we have 7 of them?
Yeah, 7.
And some of them were so pathetic. It was really ridiculous. A couple of them were just, they were BS, total BS yellow cards. So, yeah, the referees in this league now are just starting to get on my nerves again. Especially now that we're one of the top 4 teams.
No way.
Oh, my God, it's unreal. I can't... It's a shame that the results around us didn't go well. I mean, all of our rivals, Champions League above us, all won. So,
isn't that funny saying all of our rivals, Champions League above us, won?
I know. I love it so much. I mean, Man City are going to absolutely destroy... Anyway, let's review the game. Brilliant game, kind of.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny you say that because I sort of feel the same way about it. We didn't shine brilliantly. We didn't. We did just what was needed to lock it down that first half. I think it really helped us the fact that we came out, we scored within, was it the first 5 minutes in the first half and the first 5 in the second?
47th minute.
Yeah, I mean, that was a blinder. But and I think everybody just really put a shift in. I mean, everyone. I mean, I can't think, apart from the one screw up that Cresswell made, I really can't think of anything, that you could fault the team for. Could you think of anything? What's your take on it, mate?
No, not really. I thought we played really well. We set up solid. Souček was immense. Lingard, another class as always.
Yeah.
A lot of effort. We played. Yeah, I mean, getting a goal early on was so easy for us because it meant that Mourinho's game plan, which is to sit back and do nothing, well, now he has to change. So they have to press against us, and it means that we can hold back, look to counter-attack.
I'm surprised that Harry Kane didn't try and pull that back into him and fall over crap in the penalty box.
Well, he would if he'd have had a good enough opportunity, the cheating bastard.
True, but we locked him down. We locked down Son. I mean, I think we just did it defensively. I tell you what, Craig Dawson, just a boss. In the back line, just absolutely a boss. And Diop had a bloody good match. The only one I can fault on the defense was Cresswell, and it was that one thing where he let Loris get just on the inside of him. But other than that,
he let who?
Who was it? What's the guy's name?
Did you just say Lloris?
Yeah, what's his name?
Lloris is the bloody goalkeeper, Wayne.
Oh, blimey. Now, what's the one with the bald head? Lucas, that's it. Sorry, L's and L's.
Moura.
But that's about the only thing. And I tell you what, that was a blinder of a goal he banged in there. That really was. But Michael Antonio sticking one in, like as always. We're just a different team.
Who's your top shelf?
You know what? It's a tough one. It's a really tough one for me. But I'm going to say Craig Dawson. I just think he just... I am going to say Craig Dawson. I think he just bossed it out there. I think he was in control. And you know what I liked about like watching it with no sound today, none of the audience sound and none of the cheering or anything, is that you could actually hear who was shouting what and who was banging the orders about. And that man is like, he's in control out there. He totally took control of the defense, and I just think he was brilliant. So because everybody else everybody was playing brilliantly, and I think you could have had 3 or 4 people that I could have chosen as top shelf. But I am choosing Craig Dawson. How about you, mate?
Okay, so first of all, definitely not Craig Dawson. No, I mean he wasn't. It's not because he wasn't great, but I mean, like Jesse Lingard. That second goal was all him, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. He is a different class going forward. He literally is a different class to any of our front players, and he makes it happen. Anything that's going to happen, he makes happen.
Isn't it shocking that he got no time at Man U?
The thing is a game of personalities. Lingard's got a personality. I don't think it really matches with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's. I don't think they see eye to eye. He doesn't like him, and so he's got other players that play in those positions.
See, personalities have always fit in well at West Ham, haven't they? Over the years, you look at the personalities, the people who are like a little bit of a wild child have always done well with us. I mean, look at Canio, for Christ's sakes.
It takes that sort of a manager, though, and David Moyes is building something. And I think these guys want to be a part of it. They've got a core, Declan Rice, who will be captain, and Mark Noble.
He had a brilliant game.
Means they've got a good mixture of youth, but they've got a solid work ethic.
I thought Fornals had a good game too. I mean, Fornals has had a couple of bad games, to be quite frank, but today it's like he was buzzing around like a bloody bumblebee.
And Fabianski was solid as well.
It's awesome.
So, but I'm going to give it, even though I think Lingard is honourable mention, I'm going to give it to Souček because he is absolutely everywhere. And he got his own Billy Bonds moment where his face got smashed in.
Oh, wasn't that brilliant? That blood pouring. And he was smiling through it.
Yeah, I mean, and he got back up again, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dregs, I think Cresswell probably got to be, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? And I give it with a bit of trepidation because I don't think anybody really deserved the dregs, to be honest.
I think Cresswell probably deserved the dregs.
Yeah, one mistake. He made one mistake.
I mean, I think there were some other passes that went a little astray.
I don't think so.
His deliveries weren't amazing.
No, I don't think
so. He had a pretty crap free kick as well.
I'm not giving anybody. I'm going to give the guy that came in to wipe up Souček's bloody mess my dregs because he just didn't wipe it up quick enough. That's what I'm doing. The stitches looked a bit dodgy and he didn't put enough Vaseline over his eyebrow because he had to come out and fix that. So that's who I'm giving my dregs to. But other than that, I'm not giving anybody a dregs this week. I can't do it.
I can.
Well, because you're an evil bastard. Oh my God. Well, I guess at that we should probably take a break for our to listen to our partner, ComeOnYourEyes.com.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. For match highlights, interviews, and the best West Ham videos and podcasts. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.
Good old app. Lot of fun.
Come on, my son. Good old app. Talking of app, have you heard about Cap? Have you heard anyone say to you yet? Oh, that's Cap.
CA, but yeah, I have. What is that? I don't get it. There's been something flowing around about it, isn't it?
It's a new thing that kids are saying, and apparently it means like, oh, that's bollocks. That's bullshit. That's not true. Oh,
yeah, I saw
Cap.
something on the news about it the other day. They gave what everything stood for, and I was like, "What the heck is that?"
It stands for letters. I don't think it. I don't know. Every kid that I've heard say it, I've asked them, where do you get that from? And they just shrug. And I think they say TikTok or some bollocks like that.
I don't know. My Lily lately just keeps smacking me up the back of the head and going, "Nice do, G."
I mean,
I'm like, what the hell is going on, Lily? Smack me at the back of the head. Nice do, G. I'm like,
nice hairdo, G.
Yeah, nice hairdo, G.
It took me a second to figure it out. Anyway, Man City. Oh my gosh!
Is this the one that's good? Where the reality is going to come home to roost?
I think I've got to trust my instincts.
What are your instincts saying?
3-0.
To who?
Oh, obviously, Man City. Come on. They're Man City for crying out loud.
I know. I hate. I think that. I think we're going to give them a game. I don't know why. I just feel like we're going to give it a game. A draw, 1-1.
Oh my God. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will love it. I'll be watching it in Vegas. going, yeah. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be a draw 1-1. I think that they're about due. I don't think that they really give a shit about the league right now because they're running away with it. And
well, and there are Champions League games knocking around. Are they still in that? Or have they been knocked out? I can't remember.
I think they're still in it, mate. They're still because they're talking about the quadruple.
One of our followers, actually, Barry Hayes.
Oh, he's a brilliant guy.
I think I might go watch it with him.
Yeah,
maybe
he's in.
John Black.
I tried to hook him up with John Black, so because he said he's been there for 15 years and he's never met another West Ham fan. So,
well, there we go. Hopefully, I'll get to watch the game as well.
So yeah, he was talking up the old McMullins, wasn't it? Or was it you that was doing that?
No, it was him. He was saying about McMullins and
best Irish breakfast in the whole of Las Vegas, definitely. Even though it's owned by a Tottenham fan,
I'll definitely consider it. That's for sure. So
brilliant breakfast. But so you really think it's going to be a 3-0 loss to us?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my 1-1. I'm thinking a little bit with the heart here.
I mean, I don't give a shit about your heart. Clearly, that's broken because you keep telling me it. So, I mean, I just want a prediction, and it'd be nice if you could compete with me. You know.
Well, I am going to compete with you because I'm saying it's 1-1.
All right, let's see.
Well, that was that then, wasn't it?
Yeah, bloody was.
Oh, gosh almighty.
Hey, if I were to say country music, now, if there's a pause in an awkward place there, does that have to be bleeped out? Or because it said country and it didn't just stop, would that mean that... I mean, what are the rules?
Do you mean what are the rules? We don't really have any rules, do we? You do. Well,
no,
I have
but
rules.
I mean, like
I
the
have rules
bleep
which
rules.
I set, and you don't pay any attention to them. So,
but I mean, the bleep rules. What
it depends on how you've laboured it. We've let a few of them slip every once in a while. I mean, come on, we beat Tottenham today, so I'm not too worried about it. It depends on how lazy I am with the editing.
Well, I try and sneak them in where you can't hear them, and then I listen back to see if they made it in. That's one of my favourite things to do.
I'm really worried about. I've got this one mate I told you about him. He's a Spud supporter.
Oh, and, did he kill himself?
Well, no, it's actually not funny.
So
he's always
shouldn't joke about that. Please.
I know.
If you don't cut that out, which you definitely should, I will. I apologise.
But he's always suffered from paranoid delusions, and I chatted to him after the match, and of course he's in a bad way, and he says I think I'm a chocolate orange. I'm seriously worried he's going to get sectioned. Really am.
Oh, no,
poor Terry.
It's so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad.
I think we should forget about my poor Terry friend and just go on to social shenanigans.
No, now it's time for
social shenanigans.
Presented by Hammer's Poles.
And a big thanks to all of our social media followers out there. Don't forget, you can find the links on www.westhamishwhywedrink.podbean.com. And who else do we have to thank for this, mate?
I'd like to thank pole dancing clubs everywhere in the United States of America.
Yeah, which we all frequent, of course. And Ian from Hammer's Poles.
Yeah, check out the Hammer's Pole. That's one of the pole places on Twitter.
Yep, very true.
At Hammer's Poles. Hello to all of our Facebook people. There's millions of you, so thank you for listening.
I think we're like 5 away from 800 right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me check real quick. Because when
I'm excited.
It was 795 or something. Let me have a
796.
Is it 796 now? Yeah, I had somebody send me a message. They went, "Oi, country." I said, "Yeah, what you want?" He goes, I'm like, "Okay, you just been blocked."
What?
So, yeah, I don't know who it was. It's somebody. I didn't even invite them. They just joined, and I okayed it, and they started getting abusive over the old message. So I just deleted them. I want to give a shout out to Dennis Smith in our Facebook group because did you see those 2 videos he posted?
What are they?
It's come on and shake it up, baby. Now shake it up, baby, and it's got
noise.
Moyes singing one of them and Lingard singing the other one of them.
Yeah, I've seen a few of these.
They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. The memes that people have been posting in our Facebook group are just phenomenal.
Yeah, keep them up.
Oh yeah, I'm going to.
I wonder if these people how many of them actually listen to an episode. Why don't you put a poll on? Do you guys listen to the episodes? You love a good poll.
I do love a good poll.
And we're talking about our poll segment of the show because it's pole dancing.
In fact, we actually had the same poll that Hammer's Polls put out there. And this is something that you mentioned in the group that you said, I get the feeling this is something we might discuss, didn't you?
Oh, I sure did.
Do you want to remind everybody what that poll was or what that question was?
Well, it was your question, Wayne, so why don't you take all of the credit for it as you got no credit for coming up with a
I'm
guess?
not taking the credit for it because it was I nicked it from Ian at Hammer's Polls. So I'm not taking any credit for it. It's Ian that did it. But he said, what was the question?
If you could only choose one player
between Lingard and Dawson
to sign on a permanent, which one would you pick?
Which one would it be? And it's funny because you started off going, "Oh, Wayne, this is so lame-o." I mean, it's obvious. And then we got, I think was it 55 comments, and we got some real good comments from people.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was surprised.
And what did I say to you? I said you have to look at the big picture, Adam.
Well, here's the thing. So on our thing, it was close. On Hammer's Polls one that you put on.
Yeah, it wasn't close
at
all.
264 votes, 77% said Lingard, which is what I would expect. Because if you think Dawson is the answer, you should get your bloody head checked.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you.
I'm going to take the opposite side of this, mate, because I think Dawson is a big part of the answer.
But let me just. I'll give my side. Do you want to give your side first, or do you want me to do my side first?
No, you give your side first, mate. Because
this is why it is 100% Lingard. I mean, Dawson has been incredible for us, but he's like 31 years old, and he is playing out of his skin. He is absolutely overperforming and overperforming great. Brilliant player for us. I would love us to sign him. But if we're choosing between that and Jesse Lingard, who has walked straight into a team in one of the most informed teams in the whole of the freaking Europe, walked straight in over like £20 million signings for Nows, Ben Rama, Jared Bowen. He walks straight in the first day he's eligible to, and absolutely is a different class above. He will almost definitely be called up to the England squad for the Euros, whereas Dawson probably will not. It would be awesome if he did, but very unlikely.
No, it's not going to happen.
Lingard, absolutely, if he carries on like this, will get called up. If we want to sign Dawson, we'll have to probably pay $3 million. If we want to sign Lingard, we'll probably pay $23 million.
Well, see, and that plays partially into my reasoning behind it.
Let's hear it.
For a start, I don't think that Manchester United would easily let him go. I agree with everything that you said. He's a classy player, and he does a great job out there, and he's put some points in the bucket for us. So that's a great thing. But I just look at the way that Dawson came in. None of us knew him. None of us had a blind clue about what he was doing, and he's just gone in there into that backfield, and he's muscled it. He's completely muscled it. Today, out on the pitch, he's barking orders like he's a freaking general, and I think that's the sort of thing that we need. And I tell you, if we hadn't had Dawson back there when Oggy went down, I think we'd be in deep crap right now, regardless of how many goals and how great Lingard is. I think we'd be in deep shit.
But I would argue that you're answering a different question. I would argue the question that you're answering is which player has been the most important for us in the last few games.
No, I'm answering who would you sign if you could only sign one, and I would still sign him.
If you could only sign one player,
how much do you think they're going to charge us for Lingard? Do you really think that Man U is going to?
Okay, but money obviously isn't a question because that wasn't part of the question. Money isn't something you should take into account.
Part of the question just for this, but do you think that they would sell him like? Is there a top price that you'd pay for him right now? Supposing Man U just turned around and said, you know what, we understand you really want him and he really wants to play, but he's our player and we're not going to sell him.
Well, I don't imagine he's got a lot longer left on his contract. I also know that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and him, they obviously don't see eye to eye because he doesn't pick him. So why would, if Jesse Lingard has an opportunity to play Champions League football and West Ham fans already love him, today he gave the irons when he scored.
I mean, class. That was absolutely.
He's really starting to be integrated into the group, Rice and all the boys, and so. You know, if he turns around to Man United and says, I want to go as a servant to that club, they aren't going to be able to charge as much as they would like. And, just think about this. How much money do you think Dawson's worth? What would you guess?
Oh,
5 million at the most?
Yeah, tops,
Probably less. Okay, so think about this. If someone says to you, just out of the blue, would you prefer West Ham to sign a £5 million player or a £25 million player? 10 times out of 10, everyone's going to just say, well, the £25 million player.
Well, yeah, I'd say 9 times out of 10 they're going to say it because we've been bit by signing those big. You know what? I think there are good arguments to both sides. I think we'll end up probably signing both, to be quite frank.
Me too.
I really do. I don't think there's any way we can not sign them. I think it's necessary. And I also think that the other thing that we really, really need is we need somebody that can back up Souček and Rice.
Yeah.
We really do. That's
Noble.
Must. Yeah. Well, Noble, I think this. Well, he's been hinting at it, hasn't he? He's going to be done at the end of this season.
Well, we'll see. I'd like him to stay on for one more, but we'll see.
I mean, he's a great lad and everything, but I think there comes a time in everyone's life where you just decide, okay, I can't do it anymore. And I'll liken it to myself, like jumping around at football matches. I was doing that until I was probably in my mid-40s, and then in my late 40s, I was like, I can't be doing this jumping around anymore. I'll leave it to the younger people to jump around. I'm happy screaming and shouting, but I can't jump around and act like a complete tosspot any longer. I have to sit down and act like a tosspot. So we need another midfielder, though. We really do. We desperately need one, and I don't know that there's lots of names that are bandied about as far as another striker. I
think the thing is with all of this is who cares? We'll wait till the end of the season because if we finish in the Champions League places,
we'll need something.
Is a real possibility. Then not only do we need these players, but now players will freaking come to us.
They will.
Sorry, but we've got like an absolute spine of a team with Declan Rice, Jesse Lingard. Like we've got a good unit there, good manager, small squad. There's going to be playing time. We could really attract some good players.
I tell you what, I am so happy the way Moyes has put this all together.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's just the fact that we've just got an incredibly weird last season and this season. It's COVID has put everything, turned it arse over tip, or whether the fact that he really is that good. But I mean, today was a masterclass by him. It really was. He really knew what he was doing with the team, and he seems to know what players he can get the best out of, and they all seem to respect his opinion. And that's what I think is really great going forward with him. I saw somebody say, "Is he the new John Lyle?" So interesting.
Right, wow,
he's to win a few trophies before he could be that. Let's be honest.
I mean, let's just calm down. We've had one good season. I mean, jeez. Gavram Grant managed one good season with Chelsea. So
yeah, true. Very true, very true. But I'm pleased for him. I mean, it's just really good to see. This is the first time out of 15 times he's played against Mourinho that he's actually beaten Mourinho.
Amazing.
And it's nice to see Mourinho, crying on the sideline. Really is. I hate Tottenham.
So
I really do. And it's just so wonderful. I just love it so much. I love it so much.
It just is brilliant. What a time to be alive. Also, let me shout out in socials my two finalists, Robert Banks and Russell Budden. Russ, well done. He managed to win Hammer Shots.
That was a bloody good show, mate. I mean, although that last round you had, that was way too confusing.
No, that one question. Yeah, I know.
What is he talking about? Come on.
Yeah, I know. I bollocks it up a bit. But it was so close. And thanks to Russ, £100 was donated to the Irons food banks. So that was great.
And I should also point out as well that that Isla Caton's back in the news quite a bit again with West Ham supporters. I was chatting to Baz, and he said that with COVID this last year, she's sort of like fallen by the wayside, and nobody's really paying much attention. She's having a tough time of it in hospital up in New York right now. She's got she's actually one of her shunts that they give her the chemicals and the treatment with is actually got sepsis. So she's having a real tough time of it. So if you can spare a little bit of change, we've actually got a link on our Facebook page. Go in there and just give a quid, give $1, spare what you can. So because it's a sweet little girl and she's a real fighter. So we want to help her out as well.
Help your hammers out. Help your fellow hammers out. Be positive. Give something good back. Things are going well for us this year. So awesome.
Well, I think that's about all we got for the old social shenanigans. You
just were on a show the other day, weren't you? What was that about?
Oh yeah, I did. What is it? What's it called? On the
Stoop,
Lolo. It was actually it was a lot of fun. They are really well organized, mate. I mean, they've got a producer that's upstairs in a room that takes care of all of the stuff. None of this like having to juggle everything one-handed like you have to when you do Hammered Shots, mate.
Wow.
You've got a few people there, very well organized, throwing up graphics, videos, all sorts of stuff. And nice lads. There's a Wolves supporter and an Arsenal supporter. They don't rub it in your face, so they're very unlike normal Arsenal and Wolves supporters. I had a really great time. And it's funny because, of course, when you said, maybe I would do it, and I'm like, oh, God, I have to go on after Tottenham. I was dreading us getting a loss. But, of course, I was sparking going on.
Yeah, I bet.
It was brilliant. I had the glass of whiskey in one hand and the bottle in the other I was drinking out of. I was living large and having fun. And I was pissing off the other Premier League fans so much. It was lovely.
Amazing. Well, I'm on Thursday, due to probably around what time is it? 1:30 afternoon. I'll be on West Ham Unofficial with that little brat Jacob.
He's so brilliant.
Who obviously somehow fluked to win against me because I don't know if you're West Ham fans out there, but there's a guy in the world of West Ham called Charlie Walsh. And you might have heard of him. We've had him on here because I've beat him at trivia on here as well. He knows nothing about West Ham. In fact, and you heard it here first, I've got to question the motives of someone because I don't know about you, but Wayne, what were you doing today, from 6 a.m. our time until 8 a.m.? What were you doing?
I was drinking heavily in front of the television watching West Ham.
Yeah, I was in a bar drinking and watching West Ham. But you know what Charlie Walsh does during that time?
What?
He tries to distract other West Ham fans from watching the match. He does these watch-alongs, or I call them bore-alongs. And what he does is he tries to convince West Ham fans to watch him instead of West Ham. Is he even a West Ham fan? Or is he a Tottenham? Oh, no, not Tottenham, because he'll watch this game today.
If you ever watched one of his watch-alongs, he does a good job of them.
I've watched it. I've watched it for about 1 minute, and then I'm watching the game again.
I can't sit there and watch a person watch a telly. It's not like you're even sharing watching the same stream because you're not allowed to do that. Yeah. So you're sitting there watching a person watching something on the television while you're probably watching something on the television. You don't really get to interact with them.
No. So if you're a West Ham fan who doesn't actually like watching football matches, look on the Hammers chat, Twitter, and find them. And next time you're watching a match and you're bored of watching the match, go click on Hammers chat and watch Charlie's watch along. Maybe just write in the comments, thanks for running this bore along, because if I could get that going, like the bore along thing, I think it would be really funny and it would wind him up.
I tell you, there's some good shows out there, though. I mean, Hammer's Chat, I love a cup of tea with Gonzo and Gio. I mean, that's just one of my favourite YouTube shows. It's brilliant. Post-match pint with the West Ham Fan TV lads is brilliant.
Russ does a bunch as well, his game shows. And
But I tell you, he does do a great job of it. I enjoyed it.
Anyway,
really.
Watch other people, support other West Ham fans.
First of all, support us.
Oh, yeah.
And tell everybody about the podcast, because we really appreciate you, that you've done that in the past. We're doing this push for 1,000. And as we said last week, once we actually get to 1,000, we've got an announcement that's going to actually affect all of our fans, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. And rest in peace, Wayne, for when that happens. I'm talking
Lily's
such
ready
crap.
to take my place. She is.
Din, din, din. This is brought to you by Such Shenanigans with Hammer's Paws.
Okay, that sounds creepy. I think we'll just play Courtney instead.
Presented by Hammer's Poles.
So, here we go. We've got a pie mashup coming next. But did I tell you I'm actually doing a Zoom Weight Watchers meeting now?
Here we go.
I actually got thrown out of the Weight Watchers group for making sarcastic comments last week.
Oh, so what did you say?
Well, it's not what I said, but as you can imagine, I accepted the decision with huge grace, because they threw her out as well because she was making nasty comments too.
Huge grace. That's brilliant. That's too obvious.
Wait, well, just do me a favour, mate. I'm the size of a house. I like it. I think we should just get into the old pie match-up, mate.
I think the delusion's wearing in from a total lack of sleep.
Yeah, you know, my eyes are actually getting... Not my eyes, my eyelids are itchy right now.
Anyway.
You are so bad.
I've actually got a surprise bonus chant for us today.
Oh, because I've got a surprise bonus chant for us today as well.
Oh, nice. Do you want? You should go first, unless it's a pre-recorded one. Because
Well, I
if
thought
it
we
is-
could do the we're fourth in the league chant together.
All right. We're fourth in the league. We're fourth in the league. West Ham United. We're fourth in the league.
Hey! There you
I
go.
gotta say, that's a shit chant.
Well, you know what though? What else are you going to do? Come on, give me another one. Give me one of yours.
All right, I'll give you a good
surprise.
example. Yeah, I have. So instead of singing a generic piss-poor football chant, one of my favourite football chants takes the piss out of generic football chants.
Go for it.
Because you know every other team sing, and we're Ho City, EFC, we're by
I hate
far the
that
greatest team the world has ever seen.
Oh, I can't stand that song.
Everyone sings it. So this, I love this chant. This is the chant to reply to that stupid chant.
Go for it.
And you're anybody FC, because you sing the same old chant as every other team.
Oh my God.
It's good, right?
Good God. Well, I was sitting watching the match today, and
Yeah, not a bore along with Charlie Walsh.
no, definitely not. And I thought, well, we've got to start singing about Jesse Lingard, right?
Yeah, true.
So I thought, you remember that song by I can't remember who it was by, Jesse's Girl.
Oh yeah, Rick Spring.
Rick Springfield, that's it. So I figured it could go like this. Yeah, Jesse's back in town. Yeah, I know he's been a pain in our side. But lately something's changed and I'm liking his style. Jesse's joined the Cockney boys and he's scoring all the time. And he's hardly ever offside. And he's looking for a goal, I just know it. And he's steaming down the pitch with a hunger deep inside. And Jesse scores another goal. And Jesse scores another goal. How did we get a player like that?
Oh, that's the end.
That's short one so people can remember it. So, and I did tell you the other week I actually wrote a song for Ben Rama.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say something really naughty. So
no, you're
go
not
for
going
it.
to. And it's to the tune of Swing Low. So we've got Saeed Ben Rama putting on some moves to score a goal. His hair looks just like a llama's, but Ben Rama's twice as fast as Carlton Cole.
What? Oh, God. I mean, all right, you know what? Usually I give you the abuse, but this time I'm going to let the listeners. Maybe my opinion is just bad, but listeners, let us know what you think to Wayne's quality chance.
You had a nice one that you did. It was good. Was it He's Our Daddy or something, not our Paddy?
Oh, that
do you
was
remember
a long time ago. It was like, saying captaining. Oh my! I don't even remember it. Look, you'll have to look at old episodes. Something about Declan Rice, Englishman and Paddy, or something like Gentleman. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And we call him Daddy.
Oh, Declan Rice, the West Ham fans are singing. Oh, Declan Rice, our captain here today. So tackle hard and keep our West Ham winning. Oh, Declan Rice, show us the way.
Oh my God, Wayne, that was a genius segment there.
Thank you. Please come up with a chant, and I tell you, if you come up with a good one and you're willing to sing it on the podcast, this is going out to our Facebook group mostly because you guys are you're spot on getting involved and getting engaged. Just put your chant in there, record it, send it to us, post it up there, and we will actually have you on the podcast doing your chant.
Sounds bloody marvellous.
It does, doesn't it? So I could really murder double pie, double mash and liquor right now. I really could. Bloody hell, I missed that.
I do need to go for dinner at some point. That is true.
I'm starving. I think we should wrap up the old pie and mash up. Who've we got to thank, mate? Come on, you know all the scores.
Yeah, I'm going to thank Wayne McMullen.
I'm going to thank Adam Frankel.
I'm going to thank Wayne's magical mystery guest who just so happened to apparently be here for 5 minutes and left. And I'm sure all of us know that obviously there's a high chance that this whole time Wayne has had an A-list West Ham fan who he's never happened to mention in 55 episodes but has a good relationship with.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have. I bet it's James. He's probably dug up James.
Yes, I have. Wait, the ground's frozen. I wouldn't dig up James this time of the day.
Point.
So we should thank our partners at Hammers, Poles and ComeOnYourIrons.com and all of
Thank you, Dallas Hammers.
what they called?
Oh, thanks to our Facebook group. You guys are really cool. I was chatting with Dan and Barry the other day on there, and, this is... Oh, I nearly forgot. This should have gone in social shenanigans.
What? What is it?
I totally forgot because of today's game and everything. But there was an amazing tweet that it absolutely made my day. It was from Zachary Harden, who's a Leicester City fan. So he shared our podcast and he said,
"Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Being a Leicester supporter, I listen to a lot of podcasts related to Leicester. This is one of the few non-Leicester ones that I listen to. Cheers, Wayne and Adam."
That was really brilliant of him to say that.
Yeah, and he mentions and here's the thing. He says, someone mentioned your pod in a Facebook group called Premier League Central Arkansas. I'm going to guess that's our boy Anthony Turan because he is, but And he's our boy. He's our OG, the first one to buy a shirt.
He's our first real fan, isn't he?
We have had people drive through and stop to see us at the pub, but
We've got to get him on the podcast.
has he never been on the podcast?
He's never been on the podcast. We posted the thing
All
that
right.
we did for his son. Anthony, you're coming on the podcast next week.
Wayne, let's set him a challenge that he has to do to get on the. All right,
Okay.
You have to make up a chant for us. It can be terrible, and then you're going to come on the show to sing your chant. Well, please rate us.
On Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and Tinder. I'm not even on Tinder. I'm a good boy. I don't get.
You guys should swipe right, I think.
And stay positive and love your lives.
And have a bubble whenever you can, mate.
And I'm hoping that I'm going to win big in Vegas.
Do it, mate. Oh, I guess I'm going to need to figure out the old recording schedule next week, aren't I? Since you're going to be gone.
Maybe I'll phone in. Maybe we'll record another day. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's just all make-believe. Maybe I'll just have our big podcast guests and I'll just do a one-on-one with them.
All right, before we finish as well then, here's just another... Wait, no, let me just say one more thing before we finish.
Cheers, Adam.